This video, excuse me, in this video we'll cover the double cylinder adding dimensions. So the first thing I want to do is I want to take a look at my dimension style. So I'm going to do this drop down menu and choose my dim style here. And I'm going to go to modify because I know I need to make some adjustments to my dimension lines. Here. So the first thing I want to check is make sure my symbols and arrows that I have line selected for my center marks. We're not changing anything individual with our text. Our fit, I think, will be fine. That's the scale of your dimensions. But let's go to our primary units. We are doing this in decimal, but you see you have other options as well, but we'll leave it as decimal. And we only want two spaces or two places after the decimal, so to the hundredths. So we're going to put precision to be two places after the decimal. And let's go ahead and select OK. And then close. And then I'm going to come up here to my linear dimension. Linear dimensions allow you to do vertical or horizontal dimensions. Now you want to place dimensions on the most descriptive view for that feature. So I'm actually going to choose my corner here to my corner here and drag my cursor up. And I should notice something real quick. I still have my center lines chosen. So let's go in here and go to Dim for our dimension lines and do the same thing. Choose my corner to my corner. So basically I'm saying from that corner to this corner is a certain measurement. I'm going to extend it above because when you can put your dimensions between your views, it's most appropriate, but we know sometimes you cannot. So you'll have to place them in a location that makes sense. So let's go ahead and choose our linear dimension again. We're going to choose from the corner to this corner here, and we're going to drag it up. And that's one thing I want you to notice is the gap or spacing between our extension lines and our actual feature. If I would have chosen this corner for my feature, actually, let's just go ahead and do it real quick. If I would have chosen this corner, you'll see you don't have that break. So you want to make sure that you choose the outside corner. So let's zoom out again. And we're going to put our next dimension and we're going to keep it nice and aligned from corner to corner and align it here. And notice that these are nice straight lines. I don't need to put this dimension here because I have the dimension of the overall dimension. So now I'm going to go ahead and put my height here. So from the very top here to my bottom, stretch it out to the right. And again, I'm going to give myself some room because I know I'm going to need to embed a second dimension here. And notice how it doesn't quite fit. So it's going to extend the numbers to the outside, which is okay. Notice it's placing it to the left. Let's take that out. If I would have started from the bottom and go to the top, see how it has to the right, and it would be over the top of my extension line. So which corner you choose first does make a difference. So we'll actually go back to the one we had. Here we go here. Now, again, you want to do the most descriptive view and you never dimension to your hidden lines. So we're going to use this top view to be able to place the location of our holes as well as the size of our holes. So we're going to go ahead and choose our linear dimension. So from my corner to my center line, I can drop down my first piece. And then again, from my corner to my extension line. Now notice I'm pulling this off of the same feature. And again, look how it goes to the right. I don't want it to the right, I want it to the left. So I'm going to reverse my order of what I chose. So we're going to always place our dimension off the same corner when possible to get the location of our holes. And since this one is the same over here, because we have a 2 times that we're going to be adding on there, that note, if you remember from the textbook or from the PDF file. So let's go ahead and put my dimension here. And again, I'm actually going to go, this is one that you want to go from this corner to your location here because it would actually be a feature. This corner here is down further. And if you were trying to measure over, it would be difficult. So you're actually coming from this corner to this corner here. And we want to go above because we don't want to drag through most of our part to get that dimension. And then the same thing, we're going to go from this to this corner. And when we drag this over, we're like, oh, wait a minute. Couple things, we don't have that gap. So I know I need to actually pull this off to this corner here. And again, it's aligned with this edge, so it's okay. Notice that my extension line goes into my part, which is also okay. But notice I'm not aligned with this one here. So I want to use it as my guide to keep everything nice and clean and aligned. So again, since the information for my holes are the same, we don't have to put another dimension on this side, but we could also put a dimension for location between the two items. And we'll use our line here. So that shows just the dimension. So if you have this one placed, you can place the next one as well. All right, so then now let's go ahead and put our information for our holes. So I'm going to go to diameter, and I'm going to select my diameter here. Notice I select the outside one, and notice as soon as I do, this turned to green, because remember I said in the last video when we created this, we added these center marks, and we added them because we didn't have any dimensions at the time. So now that we have our dimensions, it's going to place that center mark on whichever one I add that dimension to. So if I want to come in and add information, I can double click this item, just like you would if you were doing a Word document. I'm going to move my cursor to the front, and I'm going to go ahead and bring up that drawing real quick. So our information is 2 times the diameter 0.25 through. So that's what we're going to put in here. So 2 capital X. So that's our 2 times. And we want to put our symbol diameter. So let's find our diameter symbol. 0.25, and we'll type in our through. Hit our enter. So this is in the bottom location. And then we want to put our counter bore, which we might have to find. If not, we might have to draw it. All right, well, I'm not going to take the time in the video to search through all of these. I could just do a quick drawing of it. So I'm just going to leave a quick space. So counter bore, diameter 1.00, and then to a depth. And our depth symbol I don't see here either. So we're going to leave a couple spaces and put was depth of 0.25. All right, so let me go ahead and draw those items in just real quick. And again, my symbol is just counter bore. It's just straight down, straight over, straight up. And let's get the same size there. And my through symbol was just a line, a horizontal line with a down arrow. Let's make sure we keep it the same size so it's nice and clean. And we can put a little 45-degree arrow there. There's our through symbol. Let's make that a little bit smaller. There we go. And we can do the same thing here on the other side for our smaller hole, because it had basically the same information. So double click, move my cursor clear to the left, and I'm going to put my 2 times, and it would be, oh, that's not a 0.25, that was 0.625. This one's 0.25. Oops, we didn't add our diameter. Diameter symbol, 0.25, and it's through. And then let's give ourselves a little space to put our counter bore, and then move to the right side. Give another little space to put our through and put our 0.25. And then I'm going to come back up here, double click, and change that to the correct measurement, which was 0.625. There we go. And then I'm just going to do a quick copy because I don't want to have to redraw my items here. And just bring them straight down so they're nice and the same. Oops, not great location there, so we're gonna have to move those. Don't put them on top of your text. Slide that over. And same thing with our through symbol, right click, repeat it, remove. I made it hard on that one. There we go. Let's drag that over. There's our through symbol. All right, and that is how you fully dimension your part. And I want to let you notice we're missing one more dimension, and that's this overall width here. So sometimes you want to take a quick look. We're going to put our overall width on this side, so it's embedded. Our dimensions are embedded with that overall length, or excuse me, width. Notice we don't have any dimensions on this part. So because everything that we need dimensioned is on the other two views. So if you ever end up with something like this, you probably don't need that view because it's not giving you any additional information, but I just wanted to show you how to draw it anyway. So that concludes how to add dimensions to your double cylinder.